Hi, it's Dana, therapist Dana here. I posted something on my professional Facebook page this week and I wanted to talk about it for just a minute or two because I thought it was pretty interesting. So it is a picture, and the picture is of a street at nighttime, and in the distance there are street lights. It's really kind of atmospheric, and then in the foreground there's a bench. And here's just what it says in the picture is something like, if you could choose anybody from past or present to sit with on this bench for an hour to talk with, who would it be? So it's probably what you suspect. Some people had somebody famous they wanted to talk to, and most people said it was somebody that had great emotional meaning to them, probably somebody who had died, right? A mom, a dad, grandparents, sometimes a dear friend, sometimes a child. And so I kind of gave a nod to that, right? But what was stunning about this post is that, you know what happens when you post something and, you get a kind of expected number of likes and people make some comments, but then sometimes you post something, there's just all of these responses. And that kind of surprised me. So this is what I wanted to mention about it. I would bet that most of us know that it's important that the people in our lives know that we love them and that we care about them, or that we're angry at them, or that we're having a hard time, or that they're just making us feel so good about everything. And we also want to be able to interact with them and ask them about themselves, right? To have a conversation. So we want people to know how we feel about them, and then we want to know about them. But usually we don't do that. What we do is we have these passing moments. If I say to a client of mine, so do the people in your life know that you care? They say, yes, of course. When we see each other, we always hug, we have sweet words. But I'll tell you what I don't think we do. I don't think we usually, can you hear that? That's my clock. My bird clock. What we usually don't do is we don't make the time to sit down and have a deliberate conversation. So when people have an opportunity and they think about that, who would you sit with on this bench? Who's important to you that you would talk with? Who would that be? And I'm sure it really pulled at people's just sentimentality and their hearts and everything they felt about what's it like to not be able to get to people again. And if I could get to that person, what would I want to say? So not to just kind of hand this off as still to people in your life, what you care about. Don't just do that. If you have an opportunity to make the time to take a walk, to sit down, to meet an old friend, to have a conversation, not just to write an email, but actually to speak to them, to make ourselves that vulnerable, that available, that maybe tearful, to say in real time how we feel, and to ask what we want to ask about them, and to enter into a dialogue. Really do that. I will tell you, in my family, we didn't do that. We all knew how much we were loved, but the idea of sitting down and having a conversation, I think we were all too scared to do that. And what I realized in life is that that is a huge loss. So if the people in your life aren't going to approach you and do that, be the one to approach them and take the moment and make that happen. Obviously, it's important to most of us.